Hi guys, welcome to Football Heaven 24/7. I'm your host Jamie. Back again. Just this weekend, just gone, which was the 28th and the 29th of January 2023. It was FA Cup fourth round weekend, but there was also games on in League One and in the Championship, League One and League Two. So I'm just going to do a rundown of some of the games, well, all of the games even. Starting the FA Cup fourth round, Leeds was away at Accrington Stanley, so it was Premier League team away at a League One ground. Leeds won 3-1, goals from Harrison, Firpo and Sinistera helped Leeds to that 3-1 win. Blackburn drew 2-2 with Birmingham City. Bristol City beat West Brom 3-0. Fulham drew 1-0 with Sunderland. Ipswich Town drew 0-0 with Burnley. Luton drew 2-2 with Grimsby Town. Manchester United beat Reading 3-1. Preston lost 3-0 at home to Tottenham. Sheffield Wednesday drew 1-0 with Fleetwood. Southampton beat Blackpool 2-1. Walsall lost 1-0 at home to Leicester City. And Manchester City beat Arsenal 1-0. Also, on the Sunday games, Stoke beat Stevenage 3-1. Brighton beat Liverpool 2-1, and also it was 3-3 between Wrexham and Sheffield United in the FA Cup fourth round. The draw for the fifth round is taking place tonight on the One Show at 7 o'clock, being Monday the 30th of January. Also in the Championship, there was 3 games. Coventry City beat Huddersfield, and that moved Coventry up to 13th in the Championship table. Hull City got a much-needed win, 3-0 at home to QPR. 2 goals from Aaron Connolly and an own goal from Dickey gave them that 3-0 win. And Middlesbrough kept up their great run of form, now lying in 5th in the Championship, behind Burnley and Sheffield United, who both played in the FA Cup at the weekend. So Middlesbrough won 2-0, as I say. Goals from Atpom and Force for Middlesbrough. Going into League One, the top of the table, obviously in the Championship, still Burnley and Sheffield United, even though they, like I say, played in the FA Cup. In the playoff places, it's Middlesbrough, Watford, Blackburn and Norwich. In the relegation zone in the Championship, it's still Huddersfield, Blackpool and Wigan Athletic at the bottom. Going into League One, early kick-off in League One was Charlton against Bolton Wanderers. Bolton won that one 2-1, an outstanding free kick by Morley on the 4th minute. There was an equaliser by Albie Morgan for Charlton early in the second half, but Dion Charles got the winner for Bolton to win 2-1. Burton Albion beat Oxford 2-0. Cheltenham drew 0-0 with Port Vale. Lincoln drew 0-0 with Cambridge United. MK Dons lost 2-0 at home to Exeter. Morecambe absolutely smashed Bristol Rovers 5-1. Peterborough beat Portsmouth 2-1. Shrewsbury came back from 1-0 down to Forest Green to win 2-1. Top of the table in League One, it's Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday. In the playoff places, Ipswich, Derby, Bolton, Barnsley. Relegation, Accrington Stanley, Burton Albion, Cambridge and Forest Green Rovers. Top of the table scoring charts in League One, it's Johnson Clark Harris with 15. Jumping into League Two, there was a few games on. Wimbledon beat Stockport 1-0. Northampton won 2-0 away at Barrow. Crawley Town beat Salford City 3-2. Harrogate lost 1-0 to Sutton United. Hartlepool lost 2-1 at home to Colchester. Mansfield smashed Doncaster Rovers 4-1. Rochdale lost 1-0 at home to Carlisle. Swindon drew 3-0 with Gillingham after going 3-0 down after 13 minutes. And Tranmere beat Leyton Orient. So Leyton Orient are top of League Two. Second is Stevenage. Third is Northampton. Playoff places, it's Carlisle, Salford City, Swindon and Mansfield. Relegation zone in League Two, you've got Gillingham against Rochdale. So that's what happened at the weekend. Leyton Orient still top. They're only top by 2 points in League Two now. Stevenage was playing in the FA Cup, but they got knocked out by Stoke City 3-1. Looking ahead for the week's action, tonight's game in the FA Cup, it's Derby at home to West Ham, so it's League One up against Premier League. I think West Ham's going to win that one 3-1. That's what I'll go with for that scoreline. Then on Tuesday night, it's the second leg of the semi-final. Newcastle against Southampton of the Carabao Cup, which is the League Cup really, semi-finals. Newcastle's leading 1-0 from the first leg. I think Newcastle will win this one easily. I'm going to go for 3-1 Newcastle in the second leg. And then in the Championship, Luton against Cardiff. Cardiff just been taken over by Lamouchi, the manager that used to be Forest's manager before Steve Cooper. Two managers before Steve Cooper took over at Forest. So I'm going to go with... I'll go for a 2-2 draw in that one for Luton and Cardiff. On Tuesday night as well, League Two, Carlisle's playing Barrow. I'm going to say Carlisle to win that 1-2-1. Crewe's playing Stockport. Go for a 1-1 draw there. And Salford's playing at home to Walsall. I'm going to go for 3-1 to Salford City in that one. Then Wednesday night, it's Man United against Forest. Man United smashed Forest 3-0 in the first leg last week. I'm going to go for more of the same. Not 3-0, but I'll go for 3-1 in this leg. And then Oxford's playing Barnsley in League One on Wednesday night. I'm going to go for Oxford to win that one. I'm going to go 3-2 Oxford. And then Friday night, it's West Brom against Coventry City. I'm going to say West Brom to win that one, 2-1 in that one. Then on Saturday, coming up on the 4th of February, this Saturday coming up, Huddersfield's at home to QPR. QPR on a bit of a bad run at the moment. They got absolutely smashed by Hull on the Saturday just gone. I'm going to go for Huddersfield to win that one 2-1. Hull's playing at home to Cardiff. Going to go for Cardiff to win that one 2-1. Luton at home to Stoke. Going to go for a 2-0 to Luton there. Middlesbrough against Blackpool. Going to say 3-1 to Middlesbrough. Millwall against Sunderland. Going to say in that one 1-1 draw. Norwich against Burnley. Going to go for Burnley to win that one 2-1. No, I'll go for 2-2 in that one. Preston against Bristol City. Going to say Bristol City to win that one 2-1. Reading against Watford. Going to go 2-0 to Watford. Rotherham against Sheffield United. Going to say Rotherham to pull off a shock 2-1 win there. Swansea against Birmingham City. Going to say Swansea to win that one 2-0. And then in League One, it's Accrington against Lincoln. I'm going to say 2-1 to Accrington. Bolton against Cheltenham, go 2-0 to Bolton. Bristol Rovers against MK Dons, going to say 2-0 Rovers in that one. Cambridge against Ipswich Town, going to go Ipswich Town to win that one 3-1. Derby against Morecambe, going to go, I think I'll go for a 3-2 win to Derby there. Exeter against Charlton, going to say 2-2 in that one. Fleetwood against Burton, going to say 1-1 draw. Forest Green against Peterborough, going to say in that one 2-0 to Peterborough. Oxford against Shrewsbury, going to go for a 2-2 there. Port Vale against Wycombe Wanderers, going to say Wycombe to win that one 2-1. Portsmouth against Barnsley, I think that will be a 1-1 draw in that. And then Sheffield Wednesday against Plymouth, going to go for a 2-2 draw in that as well. Then League Two finally, my predictions on the Saturday, I'm going to go Bradford to lose to Mansfield 2-1 at home. Carlisle to beat Harrogate 2-0. Colchester beat Barrow 1-0. Crewe to beat Grimsby 2-1. Doncaster Rovers to draw 2-2 with Hartlepool. Gillingham against Crawley, I'm going to go Gillingham to win that one 2-0. Leyton Orient against AFC Wimbledon, I'm going to say 2-1 Leyton Orient. Newport against Swindon, going to go, I think, 3-1 to Swindon. Northampton against Walsall, go for 2-0 to Northampton. Salford against Rochdale, say 2-0 there as well. And then Stockport against Tranmere, go for 2-1 in that. And Sutton against Stevenage, I think Stevenage will win that one 2-1. So that's my predictions for the week ahead. That's all the review of the weekend. I've kept it a bit quicker this week, just run through it a lot quicker. Obviously, coming up tomorrow, it's the final day of the January transfer window. There's a lot of players going to be going back and forth, loan deals, obviously permanent deals. I'm going to do a show tomorrow highlighting some of the biggest signings of that day tomorrow. That'll finish. Well, actually, I'll probably do it on Wednesday, if I'm honest, get that out of the way. But yeah, it's going to be a massive day for transfer deals. This could make or break a lot of team seasons. My team, Forest, they've gone in for a few players. They've got a midfield in, John Joe Shelby. They're meant to be getting Philippe from Atletico Madrid, this other old experienced defender in the La Liga. And also, there's rumours that they're going for one or two other players as well. There's rumours for other teams. Casado, the midfielder for Brighton, Arsenal trying to get him for 70 million to keep them in the lead. They're still 5 points clear at the top of the Prem, as we know. and they've got a game in hand on Manchester City, which will push them to 8 points clear if they do it. I personally think if Arsenal can get Caicedo, a few other players, and they've already got Leandro Trossard in from Brighton, I think Arsenal are going to win the league. I'm still pretty confident they'll do it, and that they won't. People are saying that Man City will do it because they've got more experience of winning things, but I think Arsenal got it this year. As I said earlier in a previous episode, I still fancy Bournemouth, Southampton, and Everton to go down in the relegation. Even though Everton now have Sean Dyche as their manager, I still don't think it'll be enough. I think Everton, you can flirt with relegation a few times, but after a while, you're going to go down. Burnley's proved that. They did that in the past. They flirted with relegation a bit too often. And eventually, after several seasons, they got relegated. So, anyway, that's the episode for today. Thank you to everyone that likes and subscribes. Have a great week, whoever you support. Get everybody back. Get people behind us if they want to watch. And have a great week. Bye for now.